who is our wonderful representative from the products and folks at Sunjoe, and we've got a brand new item, and it is our garden rake. Now, I know you may think a rake is a rake, right? It's not true. I've gone through probably, in my lifetime, 8 or 9 or 10 different rakes because they're always made cheaply.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst jobs you ever have to do, Bobby, because it's a backbreaker.
Exactly.
It's like shoveling snow by hand. It's absolutely brutal. Well, we've got brand new from Sunjoe, their brand new rake. It makes a tough job so much easier because it has a helper handle built on the rake. This is what I call one of those heavy tine rakes. So this is one that you're going to be able to rake out your garden. This one will work on stones, on gravel, on mulch. It has a helper handle, which is going to reduce that strain and that back, issue where you got to lean over and then lift yourself up. Bobby's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah. It's
adjustable. I love this thing.
Yeah, this is really cool. This is Ergie from the folks at Sunjoe. And before I show you how cool it is, I'll give that to you guys. Let me show you what you usually do. Okay, this is a regular bow rake, which this is fine, it's sturdy, it's very similar in design, except one major issue. They don't have this helper handle. So let me just show you what you'd have to do over here. When I'm raking, I'm gonna get these rocks, I'm doing this, right? This is a perfectly legit position with how you would use this rake. But do you see how low I am? So what if there was a way that I could stand up and do it without being like awkward? And the answer is our Ergie rake. So I'll throw that down and I'll grab this. Same scenario, put this to the side. Now, instead of, I don't have to be down here, look at this guy, Look how I can stand straight up and now still get that force and that leverage. Look at all these rocks that I'm raking. Do you notice a difference how I'm not bent over? Not even really at all, right? So maybe you're gonna use this to dig up the soil to kind of get your garden ready. A regular rake is not going to be able to do that. A bow rake is going to be able to have that strength, have that force. Let me show you what's under the hood, so to speak. You've got steel design. You've got 16 strong tines.
Those are heavy duty.
Heavy duty, rust resistant. You're going to be able to use this all year long.
Which breaks.
Yeah.
Every time you use it,
Right. So you're not looking at a plastic rake. You're looking at something that is very durably built. Assembly is super simple. You're going to put the two tubes together and attach the handle. We give you both the screws. So this is the secret right here. See, I'm holding it. That is the leverage. This basically is this triangle design. This is called a fulcrum. Okay, it's all about leverage and balance of power. So with the other one, you don't have that. So when I put it down, you have to stand back and bend down. But when we add this fulcrum, when we add this helper handle, now look how much closer to the job I can be. Now my body is in a more upright posture, kind of more perfect position. Now I'm not so stressed outside. I'm not doing as much work. I'm doing the same job in probably half the time, guys.
And Bobby, I want everybody to see something. So this is a regular plastic rake, and we've got some old kind of dead grass here, and you can see what I'm doing is nothing. What Bobby is doing is getting down underneath. Look at the difference of the rakes. This one is useless in heavy grass or dead grass or stones, or if you're doing gravel or if you're doing mulch, this one will never work. You want to get that. So one of the things I look for now that I know a little bit more about rakes, I'm
very happy with my after. Guys, before my after.
You know me with demos, baby. You know me. So I will tell you this, the rake I've had the longest than any other rake is the one with the heavy steel tines.
Yeah.
It's not a rake that has the plastic. Those you buy every single year. Also, Bobby, I only buy a rake that's fiberglass or steel.
Yeah, that's
on the shaft, because they always wear away. You can get splinters on the wooden ones. They never last. If you leave them out in the rain, they rot away. This has that tubular construction, so it's still lightweight, but it's very, very durable.
Very lightweight, still very strong. We give you the nice cushion, it's called Ergie, aka ergonomical design, right? A nice, comfortable, cushy grip up here, and then the helper handle right down here. So again, the fulcrum design is giving you that leverage, and I'll kind of come over here and just show you the demo again. Maybe you're trying to push around some mulch, maybe you have some heavy rock. A regular rake, I don't know if you can get down and see this rock over here. A regular rake would not be able to move that, right? So look at this, I just move. Guy, if you try and move that with the rake,
it just goes over the top.
Just goes over the top.
And you can see it. I'm pushing down, and all it does is it goes right over the top.
You're going right over?
All right, try yours.
All right, so mine, and like 1, 2, and I moved it.
This is more of a total garden rake.
Yeah.
You know what this is good for? This other rake is good if you've got super dry grass and some leaves, and that's all. It's a leaf rake.
And then, Guy, maybe you want to lay down mulch.
Yeah.
Before you had to be on your hands and knees. So if you have a big pile here, you turn that around,
Yeah.
and now we can just push it. Now we just push it to to lay the mulch down. So very easy.
And you can't do that with the other rake either.
No, you can't flip the other rake over and do that. So you've got a push-pull system, basically flipping it upside down. But again, if you're just tuning in, I know we're in our final minute of our presentation. The whole key to this is that you don't have to bend over. This is the old school. This is where I have to stand to get leverage. I have to be very low to the ground to get that pull, to get that leverage. Whereas
and that's a good rake, but it's not a great rake.
Whereas this, look at this, Now I can be up here and get that leverage. I'll scoot this guy up out of the way. Now I can do this. I'm not bending over, and look at that. I get the rock, I get the soil, the mulch, multi-uses, Guy.
Hey, this rake you'll have for 1 season. This rake you'll have for 10 at least, because of the way it's constructed and because of how it's made. If you want one of these, we've got them available. They're on sale today. I'll hand that to you, Bobby. They're on sale today. And also, I love that rake for all the seasons, because there's times when you got to prep your yard. You want to clean it up at the end of the summer. It's the perfect rake to have all year long. $39.99.